What's up, everybody? I'm Z Wade, the Z Wade, and Z Wade Photo, and we're kicking it old Z Wade Photo style. We are out in the backyard. I've got the Nikkor Z 85 f1.2s and the Nikon Z9. I've got a ridiculous rig right here, but we're going to do some through the lens shooting of Lolly so we can see how fast this is, and more importantly to me, does this have the same secret sauce that the 50mm f1.2 has? Let's go. Let's go all the way out of focus. It is definitely real darned fast for an 85 or otherwise. 85mm are never really like that quick, right? This is super fast. Let's try a little animal eye tracking here. So because it can focus so fast with those like two motors in there, it's keeping up with her eye really, really well. It's a very flat day, so it's actually a good opportunity to test whether this has that secret sauce. And so let's go find something with a little bit of color and see if that's it. I'm also shooting in a flat profile, so I can tell already it has a lot of contrast, right? Just on her fur, lots of contrast, right up my alley. I think I'll find everybody's favorite and what you guys pick on me for, because I've been doing a lot of videos over the winter, and so we're gonna find some leaves. I know how much you guys love this. I just noticed there is some noise when you're manual focusing. It's kind of a noisy lens, I think. Wonder if you can hear that. The focus distance is not real impressive on this lens. Just saying, it's a portrait lens, so it's fine. But, you know, most of the other Z lenses will focus very, very close. When you call me, it's a kind of go. I hear it running through my blood. If you feel it, then I don't stand a chance. Well, hi, cutie. So just in case you're curious, I don't see the super secret sauce that the 50mm 1.2 has. That doesn't mean it's not there, but with the 50mm f1.2, it's really apparent through the viewfinder. Oh, this is different. The blue in the sky is starting to come out a little bit, so we may notice some a little bit later. If we're kicking it old school, we've got to do an old school black and white ability test. My longtime subscribers may remember this thing. All right, guys, so here we are in Lightroom, and we're about to look at the images for the first time. And I'm a little bit concerned because I feel like maybe it doesn't have the secret sauce that the 50mm f1.2 has, but we're gonna take a look. Here we go. I waited 2 years for... Hang on now. Wait. I was just about to say that I waited 2 years and paid $3 grand for something that didn't have what I was looking for, and I may be eating my words right now because this looks super, super good. Yeah, baby, it has the sauce. It has the sauce. Looks like the fringing is pretty well controlled too. Actually, no, it's not. I can see some fringing It looks like it fringes about the same as the 50mm f1.2, if not maybe a little worse. There is some purple fringing at f1.2, as we just saw, but I remember the days whenever the defringing tool wasn't that good in Lightroom. It was kind of totally booty cheeks, but it works really good now, so who cares? I mean, technically for $3,000, maybe it should be controlled better, but perhaps the technology just doesn't exist yet. This looks pretty good, nice greens, even without adding saturation. I actually want to go back to this one and give this one a little play around. I can tell that this is on the same level as the 50mm f1.2 because they edit the exact same. Like I just rocketed through that as if I've, you know, have been shooting this lens forever. Let's just hit previous on that, see what happens. Oh, baby. That looks good. This lens kicks ass. Ooh, let's check the black and white ability. You guys know if you've been watching my channel for a while, I can already tell it has a lot of shades of gray, i.e. micro contrast. Heck yeah, baby, that looks good. Let's give it a little vignette. Sweet. Oh man, oh my heart. The contrast is beautiful. The background blur is like on another level. It's just demolished. I think I kind of see, I've heard people say that maybe it wasn't as sharp at f1.2 as they would have liked, or not as sharp at f1.2 as the 50mm at f1.2. I might see that a little bit. We'll see though, because I mean, she's moving around while we're doing this, and I mean, I'm at a high shutter speed though. Maybe it is just maybe not as sharp at f1.2. Or not. Well now, see, to me, it seems like it's as sharp as the 50mm f1.2 at f1.2. Darn it, this is a good image. Look at the isolation. Let's get to some better images. Oh, I have to edit this one. Yeah, see, guys, I'm going back and forth. So I think what we're experiencing is people that are saying it's not as sharp at f1.2 as like the 50mm, or maybe it's not as sharp as they like. I think this is a distance game. And so I think people are coming into it with the mindset that they can treat it like every other Z mount lens, like the 20mm f1.8, you can focus like that far away. I think people are coming into it with that mindset and they're too close for it to be incredibly sharp. And so I think we're experiencing like a distance misunderstanding. Let's give this one the old one too. Wild, dude, this lens kicks ass. This is wickedly sharp for an f1.2. I don't think people have played around with this. I'm gonna address that later. I have something philosophical that I just thought of to say, and I'll address that later, but this has had no texture, no sharpening, no nothing. This is a blank slate raw image. If you don't think this is sharp, you are a worse pixel peeper than me, and I am the worst. Let's hop into some of these that I took while we were getting ready to go for Lolly's daily ride. As you can see, like I'm too close. So this is in focus back here. Too close. And see this one, I'm almost there. So this is a really shallow depth of field, but right through here is the area that's in focus, and there's something wrong with you if you don't think that that's really darn sharp. Oh God, it looks good in black and white. The lighting right here is just really good too. Like, it's darker in here, but man, her eyes look crispy. The next image I'm going to get into is kind of boring, but at the time I still thought that I wasn't getting the secret sauce, and I wanted to try it out at like a stop or 2/3 of a stop underexposed, which I think a lot of lenses benefit from anyway, but I was trying to kind of pull out some of that juiciness, and it definitely looks fantastic. The saturation is really good. I didn't even hardly need anything else done to it. Maybe pull back some of those gross yellows back there. I just had an epiphany. I think I know why I didn't see the sauce, that little magic touch, whenever I put the 85mm up to my eye for the first time. It just dawned on me that back whenever I got the 50mm f1.2, I used to shoot in a different picture profile. I've never shot in vivid because it doesn't look real and it doesn't look like how I edit, but I used to shoot in like standard, and now I shoot in neutral. I really started that whenever I got the Nikon Z9, which is also how I shoot my YouTube videos. I shoot them in a flat profile, as flat as I can get. And now that I'm looking at these, they don't look anything like that. And it just dawned on me, yeah, I was shooting in a different picture profile back in the day. So whenever I first looked through the 50mm f1.2, I was like, but we're about to see some images that I took really boring side by side, so I could compare the 50mm f1.2 to the 85mm 1.2, and it's super boring, but let's check it out. It's a tennis ball. And if we look at this, this is the 85. They're both shot at the same ISO aperture at f1.2, 1/3200th of a second, and that's the 50. And by pretty much all measure, they look the exact same, which is exactly what I wanted. Okay, that's what I've been waiting on for 2 years. I've been waiting on this lens for 2 years, but I got even more hungry for it whenever I got the 50mm f1.2, because this lens still blows my mind. This and this both have the secret sauce, and this is gorgeous. The 50mm is gorgeous for portraits. So guys, make sure you subscribe, because I'm actually shooting that video this weekend. I've got a model lined up and we're shooting the 85. But some closing thoughts. Guys, I want you to think about this. Nobody has had this lens long enough to really get a true feel for it, including myself. I've had it at the making of this video for, this is the second day that I've owned it. Everybody that had it before you were able to buy it was given to them for a couple of hours if you're Manny Ortiz, or maybe a week if you're, you know, Matt Irwin or one of those awesome guys. Everybody got it for a short amount of time. It's going to take time for people to really understand the true nature of this lens, and I'm included in that. So here's what I want you to do. I'm not going to answer the question of whether you should get this lens or not. What I want you to do, if you haven't ordered it, if you're on the fence, because you know, if you have the budget for it right now, you know if you need something like this in your work, or if you really badly want it in your work. You have plenty of time if you haven't bought it. Don't give in to the gas. Let the YouTubers and the people that you trust use it for long enough to really develop an opinion, because we just found out today that I think the people that assume it's soft, I think they're just too close, right? Because I got some pretty wicked shots, and I also got some that weren't really that convincing. Nikon, so far, first impression, I think you did an excellent job with this. It is super sexy, and I can't wait to start cranking out more videos. Guys, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss them. I'm Z Wade, the Z Wade, in Z Wade Photo. Stay sharp, YouTube.